Welcome to the Starcraft 2 review for January 24th, 2011. What is the daily review? Well, the daily review consists of the previous day, the current day, and the upcoming day in the world of Starcraft 2. We will be dropping spoilers. You have been warned. I don't want to see anyone bitching in the comments. Also, all the videos discussed will have links in the description of the video you are currently watching. So, without further ado, let's go ahead and get started. On Friday, the newly announced Complexity Gaming series, The V, premiered. Liquid Tyler versus Druby both took their stab at the first ever $100 show match from the Complexity Syndicate. Tyler ended up winning that 4-1. You can find the VODs at ComplexityGaming.com or go to the Complexity Insider channel on YouTube. That was casted by Ask Joshi, and they were pretty good games, so definitely go check those out. GSL Code A Finals featured Top versus Bleach in an epic 4v3 TVT showdown, with Top being the victor there. If you're looking for possibly the most competitive series to date in the GSL, go check out those VODs on gomtv.net. Moving on to Saturday, the TeamSpeak TL SC2 Open number 10, also known as the TSL 3 Qualifier number 3, took place. Cruncher ended up taking that over Phoenix in a 3-0. Yes, you heard that right. Cruncher defeated the Peruvian phenom Phoenix 3-0 in the grand finals. You could find the VODs on YouTube on the Team Liquid Net channel. Also taking place that night, I don't really have to tell too many people about this, was the Code S semifinals, with MVP defeating Nesty 3-1, Marine King defeating Jinro 3-1. And I didn't think those series were going to go that way, because both matches, the first game, Nesty ended up taking the match over MVP, and Marine King ended up Jinro ended up defeating Marine King in the first match as well. It was very, very great play from everyone involved. You definitely should check out those VODs if you have not seen it, and it's going to make for a crazy TVT final between MVP and Marine King Prime, so definitely look forward to that here in the near future. On Sunday, the IEM European Championships concluded in Kiev, with the newest EG member, DeMuslim, taking third, White Raw, the Eastern European hometown hero, taking second, and Joe taking first with some impressive Terran play. You can, of course, find those VODs on the ESL.TV homepage. On Sunday night, Day 9 featured TVT games on Xel'Naga Caverns. That was pretty much the only description he had. You can, of course, find these VODs simply by searching for Day 9 anywhere on the internet, because that guy is friggin' huge. Of course, time for some shameless promotion. Episode 1 of JP and Friends launched, featuring Idra. You can definitely go check that out on the current channel that you're watching right now on YouTube. And that's all for the shameless promotion this episode. Today, the GSL Group A and Group B up and down matches took place. In Group A, Lin ended up defeating Pult, and then Wind ended up defeating Pult. So that means that Lin goes up to Code S, Wind stays in Code S, and Pult goes down into Code A. In Group B, Bonds ended up losing to Inca, but he ended up defeating Juke 2, meaning that Bonds goes up into Code S, Inca stays in Code S, and Juke 2 moves down to Code A. If this seems like as confusing as it was listening to me say that, you can, of course, click this link to try and understand this crazy system that GSL actually has in place, which really, when you look at it, makes a lot of sense. Also, tonight is week 3 of 12 weeks with the pros. This will be going live at 7 p.m. Central Standard Time on the link justin.tv/MrBitterTV. It's great stuff. You definitely want to check that out if you are at all trying to improve your game. And of course, Day 9 Daily Fun Day Monday Challenge. Well, I don't know how he says that so successfully every time. Tonight is that you cannot expand to your natural expansion, but anywhere else is fine. If you're looking to submit a replay, you better do so fast, because you will be pulling those replays here and going live here in a couple of hours. You can submit those replays at monday@day9.tv. Tomorrow morning, the GSL up and down matches Group C and D will be taking place. Moon, Hongin, and Any Pro Prime in Group C, and in Group D, Cezanne, Ensnare, and Czech Prime. And those are the big events that happened this past week. And next up, we're going to be talking about the latest hot topics in the StarCraft 2 world. By now, if you haven't already seen it, DJ Wheat launched episode 1 of Mini Wheat Learns to Play StarCraft 2. And by the time you see this, you should definitely have checked that out. If you have not, head on over to Team Liquid and visit the official Mini Wheat thread. That, of course, will have the YouTube channel of DJ Wheat, which is simply DJ Wheat. So you got to go check that out. It's some great stuff. And the other topic we're going to talk about, among several others, is that most recently, in the round of 8, of course, Jinro ended up defeating Idra, but it wasn't really the talk of the match so much. It was the interview afterwards, when Jinro admitted to actually hearing the Korean commentators get a little bit loud in the beginning when Idra was actually 6-pulling him on Jungle Basin. And of all things to do, GSL did the right thing and released an announcement, or released a press release about that, commenting on it. But then they edited the interview, and I really have to ask why. The information was already out there. It really makes it look a little bit more fishy than it already did. And really got to ask GSL, why'd you edit that? I really want to know. They haven't really said anything of that. In a recent interview, while I'm stumbling through this, it is the first one though, so you got to forgive me. White Raw ended up in recent interview saying that the chances of him playing in the next GSL are 50-50, and that if it does go through, his wife will have to go with him over to South Korea. So it's good to see that that his new wife is actually supporting his gaming habits. I do hope you go, though, and I'm sure everyone else does. You can check out that interview on fragster.de. Naniwal has joined Team Dignitas. Of course, that is the bad boy of European Starcraft 2. He's finally found a new home. Let's hope he can keep it tidy and clean, or else he'll be out once again. Artosis put up a great interview with Idra regarding the round of 8. In general GSL topics, you can check that out on Artosis' YouTube channel, Artosis TV. And last but not least, but definitely one of the things you should be checking out over all these other videos, the Tatosis Quotes number 3 has been released on the YouTube channel LDHDTV. Or HTV, excuse me. You got to check that out. It is hilarious stuff. You can also click the link described in the description below on this video. It is hilarious. Go check that out immediately after viewing this. Hopefully you guys like this. Of course, the production values will improve. I'll stop stumbling through this and doing it on about 3 hours of sleep the past 30 hours. But if you guys like this, of course, vote it in the comments. Let me know how to improve it any way you guys think. Thanks again for tuning in. This has been the SC2 review for January 24th.